I'm so freaking excited. So if I'm looking fried dyed into the side, it's because I just got married, okay? I'm tired. Here, hold on. You gotta see the ring. Get a close-up of the ring. That's why I have not been as consistent in the last month, because I was getting the last details of my wedding. Now we are back to regular scheduled programming. And for anybody that is interested in my wedding journey, if you go on my vlog channel, you guys can go and see my wedding series over there. But all of that has already been recorded, so I'm focusing on this channel. Thank you guys so much for supporting all of my pop culture rants and all my other content while I was gone. I'm about to just hop right on into these topics because I've been gone for a minute and I got a lot to talk about, and some of the topics from the last pop culture rant have evolved, okay? It's evolved into something. The first thing that I want to talk about is Mr. Diddy. Diddy did it. Diddy did it.
Hip-hop mogul Sean Combs is being accused of sexual misconduct by a music producer. A federal lawsuit was filed Monday in Manhattan. It accuses Combs of repeated instances of unsolicited groping while working on an album. The legal claim is one of several sexual assault lawsuits filed against Combs in recent months.
Diddy did that. I do not look. My opinion, allegedly, he did that. Because now you got more men coming out, more very respected, rich men. They're coming out and saying that Diddy allegedly has done stuff to them as well.
Not only does this lawsuit mention Diddy, it also includes other A-list celebrities. What stands out here to you?
So if you see me looking down, I'm looking down at the 73-page complaint that was filed yesterday. In terms of allegations of celebrities, we're talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. being shown through still photos of what the complainant says they have videos of groping him. There are allegations of P. Diddy touching the genitalia and anus of the complainant. And also, if you look to the complaint here, there's a few Easter eggs here where it says the rapper redacted on Mr. Combs' yacht consorting with underage girls and sex workers. And you look down to the redaction, it says, well, the person is a Philly rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. I think that may be Meek Mills. It also says an R&B singer redacted in Mr. Combs' Los Angeles home, consorting with underage girls and sex worker. You go down to the redaction, it says he's a Grammy Award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bajan billionaire. I don't know who's a billionaire from Barbados that we know that dated someone. That sounds like Chris Brown. So there's a lot of big names here, both as Easter eggs and also just on the front pages of these allegations.
I would have never thought in a million years that this would be happening. But honestly, we should have known when R. Kelly happened. Like, as soon as R. Kelly went down, then Epstein, Ghislaine, all this, as soon... More to come. More to come. More to come. It's just Diddy was the most public one that we knew about as well, right? That was one of those unspoken things that a lot of us just knew. Like, growing up, we just knew that Diddy threw Diddy parties and stuff happened there, right? People have put the pieces together. I was very shocked to hear about Meek Mill. Like, girl.
Yo, I swear to God, this man Meek Mill be blowing me, bro. All you had to say is, I did not fiddle with Diddy. That's all you had to say. Now you over here saying the lawsuit is AI generated, it's fake, bro. The lawsuit is real, gang. You being accused of fiddling around with Diddy, bro. How hard is it to say, I did not do it? Well, instead of, defending himself by saying, you know what, the allegations are false, my lawyer will beat this, or et cetera, something that a normal human would say. This man, Meek Mill, has been on the internet tweeting for hours, just talking about, like, the most random of things, like claiming it's AI, claiming that we're brainwashed, claiming that this is the system trying to tear him down. My dude, this is a real lawsuit.
I was very shocked to hear about Meek Mill and allegedly Chris Brown. Allegedly, like, and then I saw Mr. Bentley on Instagram. Let me know if this is a fake receipt. But I saw Mr. Bentley on Instagram. If any of you guys have watched my book reviews on this channel, and you guys saw my review on Superhead, aka Kareen Steffens, you would know that I mentioned, and this was way before Diddy even had a suit or anything, I have mentioned Farnsworth and like how it was really suspicious how when she met Diddy, he was in the bed and stuff. Here, I'll replay it verbatim so y'all could hear my words exactly. Something I will mention about Diddy, when she went into the room to smash Diddy, he lured her to the room in another wing of the house, because Diddy's in relationships all the time. And when they opened the door, why was Bentley asleep in there? She didn't insinuate anything in the book, but if y'all know who Bentley is, like, imagine Bentley asleep in Diddy's home. What were y'all doing? Bentley got kicked out the room. She did what she did. I just thought that was weird that he was even in there in the first place. It's almost like he just got done wearing Bentley ass out, and then he about to wear your ass out. Allegedly, like. So they go to this club. It's her, Exhibit, and Diddy. And Exhibit is vibing. He's dancing. And Corinne noticed, like, she said, Exhibit, do you notice something weird about this? And they look along the walls of the club, and there are grown men kissing each other. And she said, Exhibit, this is a gay club. And they both just started laughing because they're probably high on drugs. They don't care. That's how Diddy gets ya. He gets you nice and toasted to where you don't even care. You end up doing something strange for some change.
Say, let's go to this club. So everybody follow the car. The car is fucking silent. You know what I'm saying? We get to this club, and then we walk in the back way. It's a VIP lounge. Ain't nobody in there. And then, you know, the club is going. It's all jumping. And then I'm sitting there with old girl. So then, you know, he's doing his business. We go down and get a drink. You know, we sitting there bobbing to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the fuck is this?
So yeah, I have been silently waiting for Mr. Bentley. And a lot of people in the comments were like, who is Bentley? Who is Bentley? That's what I'm saying. A lot of us been new. A lot of us knew. Like, so I will be standing by. And just because these are men coming forward, no, we are not going to be treating this any less than. Just because other abusers are involved, I'm not surprised. Hurt people hurt people. You get what I'm saying? We still need to get this rolled out so that this doesn't happen to more people. So now I want to talk about Wendy and her documentary that just came out, which just has her in there drinking, just spiraling. It was really hard to watch.
The Guardian filed a lawsuit trying to stop this from airing, and it still aired as scheduled on Lifetime. Who is the driving force behind this guardianship, and why did they want to stop this documentary?
That's a question we don't fully know because all of the court proceedings are completely, kept dark and away from public view. So the only person we know is that, who the Guardian is, and they act, on behalf of the courts. The courts in New York State determine, who is the Guardian and the level, of the care, whether it's financial or whether it's medical.
Now, y'all know I love me some Wendy, and a lot of people out in the world think that this is karma, and you know what? It might be. It might be. However, again, if you've been watching this channel now, we've already read Brittany's book, we've read Wendy's book. Are you guys seeing the parallels? Because I am. I even had some Wendy fans before this even came public, right? I had Wendy fans in my comments in the Brittany video saying this is very reminiscent to what's going on with Wendy right now.
How dare you, Mr. Spears? You had me fooled. And you too, Mrs. Spears. Death to all of them.
We do not know where she's at. Remember, there was a stint in time she was missing. I don't know, y'all. So I'm not really sure what the fuck they got going on. I'm not really sure what the goal was other than to just prove to the public that Wendy is not capable of taking care of herself. I think that was her team's goal. Again, not really sure. What I do know is that Wendy is not faking this. I do not think this is fake. I think this is very real. And I think they're gonna suck her dry financially until she's out on the street like Mr. Krabs in that one episode. Sorry, dark joke, but shit, Wendy would have made it. I'm just saying.
She was, for the most part, alone in her apartment without constant care. And you see the people that were around her.
I'm praying for Wendy because I wouldn't wish that on nobody. And that is really hard, especially for the family too. I'm praying for her son as well.
Well, I've never been someone who's been on camera, so being in this has never been my thing. But I feel like the whole idea of what this is supposed to be about is supposed to be about her getting better.
Because he has to take care of his mom, and obviously Kevin isn't really being a good friend, let alone ex-husband. It's just really sad. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say about it. But I don't think she's faking. Speaking of documentary, I don't know what the fuck J-Lo got going on. J-Lo caught herself trying to have a documentary on Amazon, and girl,
I've been married 4 times now. I'm sure people watching from the outside were like, what is this fucking girl's problem?
Did you watch it? Hey, did any of y'all watch it? Honestly, the only reason I'm talking about it is because I saw some clips, and it was just pretty embarrassing, bro. Like, it was just pretty freaking embarrassing.
Taylor Swift is a no.
Jason Momoa's not available. Jennifer Coolidge not available. Lizzo not available.
So he's doing Succession 2 and The Lion King and Star Wars Andor 2, so he's not necessarily he's not available, but he talks to you.
Do you want Vanessa Hudgens, by the way? I was thinking about that. One of the
She's not
friends.
available.
Oh, never mind.
It'd be good to get Bad Bunny to do a little cameo as the bad kid.
Oh, The Wrong Again. That would be good.
Question becomes if Trevor's there, do you want James Corden too, or is okay, right?
Ariana Grande's unavailable. She's in London until September. Snoop's not available, unfortunately.
I don't want to force anybody to do this who doesn't go, this is going to be fun. Nobody wants to say no to me, Benny. I get that. But when an actor doesn't like a script or doesn't think it's good enough or is worried about it, that's what they'll say. I know that. I've done it.
I mean, I know Val was available, but I want you to call Derek. And we need him for like 1 or 2 days.
It's a wedding day. He's in a wedding. It's a wedding. He's not going to give up his wedding. I mean,
Whose wedding?
It's a wedding he's in. He can't, unfortunately, it's where it's landing.
I want you to call him.
Okay.
Honestly, I had somebody talk about J-Lo for a hot second on one of my vlogs. I was talking about how being third gen and having a parent who used to have to translate bills for their parent, they just made sure that I spoke English. Like, they did not feel the need to teach me a different language because they wanted me to assimilate. And they were like, oh, like J-Lo. No, ma'am. Not like J-Lo. J-Lo is a Caucasian woman. That is a white woman. That is a Spaniard. That is not Jenny from the block. She was not Jenny from the block until she met Diddy's philandering ass. But yeah, I don't got much to say about it. Y'all, this is gonna sound so messed up, but you remember how there was that teacher that kind of went, well, he went viral for talking about how the kids nowadays can't read and stuff. Well, he caught himself going viral again, talking about how the kids don't know shapes. Like, I'm talking 13-year-old don't know shapes.
So basically what we're saying is nobody in this class has an understanding of shapes. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 33. 5 out of 33 have a concept of shapes. We're talking squares, rectangles, triangles. That's all. That's literally, we haven't even gotten to the next. Oh my God, we haven't even got to the hard shapes yet. I haven't asked y'all to pull out a calculator. I haven't asked y'all to multiply. I haven't asked y'all to add. I haven't asked y'all to subtract. I haven't asked y'all to do anything but identify shapes. What shape is this when you cut it in half? What shape is this when you cut this in half? No. I'm just hush. Just hush. I literally have not. This is the first question where they ask y'all to calculate the area. Mind you, if you're paying attention, books with the answers right on them. This is not even a try it question. This is an example from the book. And only 5 people can give me the answer out of 30-something people, out of 30-something kids. And again, nobody's asking y'all to calculate, multiply, divide, add, subtract. I asked y'all to identify shapes. And we can't get 13-year-olds to identify triangles, squares, and rectangles. This is literally the only class all day who cannot identify shapes. So, tonight, for homework, I'm gonna need you guys to draw shapes. Draw shapes so we can understand what shapes are. Because I see we have to start at the very basic. At 12 and 13, we can't even go into area of a square, area of a triangle. If we can't even identify a square, if we can't even identify a triangle, it's kind of hard.
I get his whole plight is to bring awareness to the classroom via the parents, because it feels like parents only care more about their social media than they do about their kids. So I get it. But at this point, I don't know about y'all, maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but why are we involving the kids? Like, I don't know. I could see somebody in there lying, being like, yeah, I don't know shapes, dumbass boy. Like, why are you asking me this? Like, I kind of doubt that everyone in there doesn't know shapes, but I can't deny the fact that there may be a lot of people in there that don't recognize geometry and how it correlates, and like, because the quarantine, because of COVID. I feel like that's the real culprit is COVID, and people keep generalizing based off these generational beefs, and I'm gonna get into that later. So again, people tried to call the school, get that man fired for those kids not knowing shapes, bro, but I get his plight. Another elephant in the room I kind of want to talk about, because I feel like people always blame millennials for why these kids are turned out like this. I don't know who needs to hear this, obviously a lot of y'all. I don't think people realize how old Gen Z is. A lot of these kids are Gen Zs. A lot of these kids are millennials kids. A good chunk of them, though, are Gen X children. Like, my mom was a teen parent, so I'm a zillennial or whatever. But my little cousin is Gen Alpha. She don't be on an iPad and she knows her motherfucking shapes. So, same with my niece. It's an individual internal problem. I don't think it's fair to generalize. So, but with that being said, a hit dog gonna holler. A hit dog is going to holler because a lot of these quote-unquote parents over here trying to harass this man for taking the time out of his life to teach your kids, and you trying to come at it from like this weirdo point of view. It's like, bro, it takes a village, bro. Speaking of these kids being put in these positions of no fault of their own, and like people trying to put blame on generation beef for whatever fucking reason. I've noticed, can we get on JoJo Sewa? And if you've been on YouTube for a good time and a long time, you would know that there are certain creators on this platform that have been gunning for Miss Sewa for some time. And I don't do the whole attacking minors thing. That's never been my shtick. But now she good and grown, and she over here on the Clock app talking about how she wanna, the next relationship she's in, they need to be talking about kids. JoJo!
One of the biggest things for me right now that I'm looking for in a relationship is somebody who is ready for kids. I am not ready, but I'm very near ready. And I think that within the next 3, 4, I wish I could say 2, 3, but I still feel like I will be a little young.
Dedicated to my baby girl one day. Her name is Freddie. Then this is dedicated to twin boys, Eddie and Teddy. Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. I wanted 3 babies. I have my sperm donor lined up with Tyler, Tyler Cameron, who became one of my best friends. Great kids, I mean. Then this is dedicated to twin boys, Eddie and Teddy.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. I wanted 3 babies. I have my sperm donor lined up.
Wait, where's the sperm donor? You already got it lined up.
Is the sperm donor a friend? I'll tell you.
I make great kids, I mean.
Social media's first, they jumped immediately to, she wants to start a family channel and get into the family business of child exploitation. So here's my thing. JoJo already has a show where there's children on it, and she's pretty much treating them the same way that she was treated on her shows. And it's getting a lot of bad press right now. So like I said earlier, am I surprised? No, not really, because hurt people hurt people. I do feel bad for the kids involved, but I am not surprised. Speaking of kids, have y'all heard about that whole the embryos are now considered like children now?
This morning, new questions about the future of fertility treatments after Alabama's Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are children. The decision reverses a lower court's ruling in a case brought by a couple who sued a fertility clinic for wrongful death after someone dropped their frozen embryos on the floor, destroying them. The court cited Alabama's Constitution in its ruling, saying even before birth, all human beings bear the image of God, and their lives cannot be destroyed without effacing his glory.
It could effectively end IVF in the entire state of Alabama.
With treatments like in vitro fertilization, several eggs are fertilized outside the body before being implanted into a patient's uterus.
There's mostly concern, there's worry, there's some anger, as patients and physicians want to be able to make these decisions together collaboratively and not have these decisions made for us and without our input.
Alabama State Medical Association warning the increased risk of legal exposure might result in Alabama's fertility clinics shutting down. The issue is already on the radar of federal lawmakers. Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth and Pennsylvania Congresswoman Susan Wild have introduced a bill called the Access to Family Building Act. It would establish IVF and other fertility treatments as a right for patients and doctors.
I'm not quite sure when or how I did this little quantum jump, but what reality are we in right now? My thing is, so like, what are they gonna do? Are we gonna have like another baby boom? Like, because you know how the US is about these damn fetuses. So what's the next play here? Because y'all already not adopting shit. So I really be confused when certain states do this type of shit because they never give full resources. Like, because it's like, don't abort the kid, but we're not gonna help y'all take care of the kid. We're not gonna give the kid nowhere to go. Like, y'all know the drill. I'm so sorry for the continuity error for anyone that's actually watching my makeup and not listening to me talk. I mean, I get it. I had to take that shit off, girl, and start over because she was looking drag ready and I needed something a little bit more light. So yeah, Sorry. Speaking of makeup, so let me put y'all on some Latin tea. Apparently there is a Latin fisher, a cat fisher. Y'all know we have black fishing, Asian fishing. Now we have a Latin fisher, a very prominent one. There used to be this trend called copy paste Latina makeup, where you pretty much try to emulate this look, the dark hair, the pale skin. A tale as old as time, right? Old Hollywood seems to have repeated itself because apparently a white woman has come on here talking about she is Latina, put some pitch black olive contacts on her eyes, dyed her hair, and yeah, she is changed her name. It's crazy. A lot of people are basically going back and forth within the community on like how they feel about this girl. She pretty much just disappeared off the internet, as she should. I would have, like, girl, you're not about to catch me. But no, she literally got it what she wanted and dipped. Honestly, I feel like we need to stop with these aesthetics too. I've been saying this for years, but like, it's just getting so problematic. It's getting so problematic that like now people are legitimately transforming into every race under the sun. I guess being white just isn't popping no more. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but like 90s, 80s white woman, like this, do this. Like if y'all need some inspo, any of my white girls out there have an identity crisis, do this. Y'all ate this look down. Y'all eat this look the fuck down. Like think Jessica Lange, Lana Del Rey. Like y'all eat when you do this. Farrah Fawcett. Ooh, bitch. That's one summer when a few of y'all came to y'all senses of doing this. Chef's kiss. Chef's mother effing kiss. It just looks so good to me. I don't know. I feel like the makeup in itself isn't bad. Like I feel like trying to mimic the makeup isn't bad as long as you're not using makeup to make your features offensive. You get what I'm saying? I don't think doing the copy paste Latina trend is the offensive part. It's the fact that this girl has changed her whole freaking race. Let's get into this whole who the F did I marry series. I'm gonna tell y'all, I was watching that whole 50-part thing while I was building decor for my own wedding. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I had to really humble myself and realize, like, you know, not everybody has the same experience as you, Naja, you know, like, and I also didn't want to be so quick to put blame on the woman in a situation. So that's really why, you know, I had to chill myself out. But I'm not gonna hold you guys. I've dealt with a pathological liar in my lifetime before. I've known a pathological liar for 15 years. And I know all the tricks. I've seen all the little stuff that they do. And I don't know. A lot of that shit, I just would not have fallen for it, girl. Like, the whole car thing, the fact that he could not get that whip is all I needed to know. It's all I needed to know. And the fact that there kept being hiccups, I have a rule of thumb where, like, shit should not be that hard. And shit was just too hard. Shit was too fucking difficult. It just was not making any sense, like, whatsoever. There's just so many things that me as a 20-something-year-old knew was off, like, and I'm glad that she took accountability, that at the end of it, she just was really desperate to get married. Because, bitch, there ain't no fucking way that the majority of this stuff was not just, like, screaming at you. Red flag, like, Like, when I tell you the pathological liar I knew used to do all the same shit that this person did. Like, they used to pretend to be on the phone with people. They used to pretend that they had a family member that, like, this is so crazy that you know it's true, bruh. They used to pretend that they had a family member who was French because I'm Haitian or whatever. And I guess they were trying to, I don't fucking know. But hold on, where's my little blender? They would like pretend to talk on the phone to a French family member and they would just be like, oui, oui, bonjour. I swear on everything. And I would just be sitting there looking at them like, are you dead ass? And I would just start busting out laughing with them. I'd be like, bro, you are a trip. Like, and I feel like the most dangerous thing old girl could have did was see how far it could go. With people like that, you do not see how far it could go. You have to nip it in the ass immediately, or else you will end up being entangled in their lies. And that's how it goes. It's like kind of like a grooming process. Like, yeah, you're a spectator for a while, but then you start getting shit they want. And then you end up being a suspect, or a victim, I should say. My advice to anybody is don't ever think it can never be you. Ever. Especially if people like that. And just like the pathological liar I knew, they family knew. There will be times where they would lie to their family and it would be like the most dumbest shit. Like things that did not even need to be lied about. Like, so it's real, bro. It's real. But you never, ever, ever want to play with people like that. You never, ever want to see how far that can go. Now this man up on here talking about some, oh, don't believe her, it's fake. Like, bruh, and that'd be so funny because back in my day, I used to do story times and shit. And it's like, bro, Mr. Legion, no one knows you. Like, you are not someone to get clout off of. Like, who are you, bro? Like, nobody gives a fuck about what you got going on.
Oh, and to the girl who exposed his identity, use a hoe. Because that's like story time rules #1. If you want to enjoy something and keep something going, you don't burst the bubble. Like, that was so lame.
Final synopsis, do I think her story is fake? No. Was a drug out? Yes. Did I think it was going to be way more? I did, but it's because I've already dealt with somebody like this before, but not in my adult life, not in my dating life, so it wasn't as serious. But yes, did get entangled. I'm telling you, when I stopped talking to this person, somebody from our past hit me up years later talking about, yeah, Naja, I heard you was telling everybody. From who? And they said that person's name. I'm like, bro, that person is a pathological liar. I have not spoken to them in 5+ years. Like, I don't know what I'm not even the same fucking person. I would never talk about you like that. And mind you, this is like a person we all knew, like, crazy. So I already knew. I used to be the person that, yeah, y'all, captain has left the ship or whatever the fuck. I don't know. You just do not play with people like that, bro. You really don't. Don't play with people like that. Having a tan moment, you know? Okay, let's get into my last little topic for real. Because I'm not even gonna hold y'all, I'm still watching Love is Blind. I was not hip until recently, so I have to watch that. From what I've gathered, there's this girl who says she looked like Megan Fox. And I don't care. I think she does. It's weird. She has some of Megan Fox's features. She just got Natalie Nunn head. It's a very interesting combination.
You look like a celebrity?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do.
I do too. All the time on the plane, I get one person. And it's just because I have dark hair and blue eyes.
Say it.
It's MG. I don't even know if it's MGK's wife or his girlfriend.
Megan Fox.
She definitely lied to me on some how she looked. Chelsea told me she looked like Megan Fox.
I'm so sweaty.
But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm very attracted to her. I can work with that.
But the girl's not ugly. She just, you know, she doesn't have all of Megan's features. But I still have to watch that show, so we're gonna talk about Married at First Sight while I fix my hair. Y'all actually really ate this little bit up on TikTok, for real. So shout out to anybody that is on my channel right now that found me from TikTok. Let's talk about Austin and Becca. because it seems like they really started to focus more on their relationship this go round. I still feel like Austin's having problems with his faith. I really think that's it. I know everybody's main thing they love to jump to is like people be gay or whatever. When the only person that admitted to having bi-curiosity on there is Orion. But yeah, I feel like he isn't physically attracted to her. I feel like he looks at her like a little sister. And that's not helping anybody, bitch.
I think I'm having a hard time knowing when I need to be self-reflecting. And like, I'm kind of just like questioning a lot about myself right now. And I think it's really hard.
What do you mean? Like,
I know I'm sensitive. Am I too sensitive? Or what are the things that I'm valid on being upset about?
Yeah.
So like when you do try to like make a step forward in intimacy in any way, like I need to trust that it's not because you feel like you have to do it, but because you want to.
I do think that they're most likely going to stay together for decision day just to save face and then break up after the show is over, just to spare people's feelings. It's funny, the guys this season are all on this, oh, I want to spare your feelings bullshit. It's like, girl, if you just don't peel the motherfucking band-aid off. So yeah, I feel like they're probably gonna save face and be on some, oh, we're gonna stay together when, you know, for the show. But I don't really think they're gonna make it. I just think they're gonna stay really good friends, honestly. So who else? Oh, Emily and Brennan, girl. Emily cracked her freaking skull open during an excursion. Now Brennan has caught himself trying to take care of her, per se. I seen some people in my comments talking on the last video I made on them, and a lot of people felt that Brennan showed violent tendencies. I could see that. Now, me personally, I did not say like Brennan is violent, but however, because of this incident, I do get the vibes of like a dude that would put their hands on you or cause you pain and then nurse you back to health type vibes. That's what I get from him. Like, I can't explain it. It just feels like he's been there before. Like, he's been that type of caretaker.
Brought us closer together.
I mean, I didn't know I had to hit a tree to like see some amazing things from you, but if I had to hit a tree to do that, happy I did.
Like, it doesn't feel genuine. Like, you remember how with Becca and Austin, she told him like, hey, I got this thing going on and I may need some caretaking. It wasn't that type of vibe. It was very much like, finally, there's something to have a distraction from us not really moving forward and me not being attracted to her. And then lo and behold, in the preview, we've got them at a table and him talking about something, you're just being so negative. She's actually being positive as fuck. And bitch, even if she was being negative, her head split open. Like, what?
Do I think back and say, was it worth it? It was not worth almost losing you to stick this out.
You can't put those two things together because we wouldn't be here if the accident didn't happen.
Like, that's...
Yeah.
Weird. So yeah, I know they're gonna get divorced. And as soon as his family sees how he's been acting, because he comes from what seems like a very good family, when they see how he was acting and that Emily was so willing, they're gonna be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? The Australian dude and other girl, I can never remember their names. I have a hard time with a lot of the names of this season. I feel like he even says straight up, he'll just take her back just so she don't look bad on TV. Like, these people just care too fucking much about what other people think. They just, it's like, bro, you're already on TV. Like, come on now. I don't think anybody's gonna stay together at all. Who else? Is that it? Is that all the couples? Oh, and then Orion and old girl. Can y'all please stop inviting them places? They are not married. Like, a lot of these couples are not together. Oh, okay, and then you got the racially ambiguous couple. I only say that because they could be Puerto Rican, they could be native, like I'm not really sure what's going on there. But they seem very nice together, don't get me wrong. I just feel like there is a lot of people pleasing going on. And they're just like, oh, I'm scared that he's not really gonna tell me like if I'm fucking up, if I'm doing something bad type shit. And like, I could see that. But it's like, bro, y'all just started. Like, duh, y'all have to make some conflict first. Like, I don't know. I feel like everybody, including their friends, are just trying to rush a Married at First Sight moment. And it's like, these people haven't even gotten the freaking chance. honestly should have been on the next season. Like, really shouldn't even have been out here with all these people, but...
Oh, and I gotta say it, the internalized homophobia is whooping her ass. She is so stuck on this man wearing a skirt, and he just did like gladiator lunges in multiple. He's been in the boxing ring. Like,
I cannot wait to see what the couples have to say about that skirt.
How surprised would you be if one of the other guys was wearing something almost identical?
Oh, there's not a... I would bet every last dime of the Powerball that I don't have to worry about that. You know, it's still taking me some time to get used to it with Michael's fashion choices. I don't want to dwell on it, but, you know, it's not easy when this is what he's wearing.
You know, you got chunky-ass sweater over here.
I do, yeah.
I have
Chunky-ass
sweater.
sweater. Yeah, I got jeans,
Some
you got
denim
skirts.
action there. How dare you? How dare you?
But the more I get to know Michael and the more I learn who he is, I'm hoping these fashion choices just become less of a concern. When it comes to watching him kick ass, it's a total turn on.
It's just very interesting how that keeps trying to pop up as a problem when she had a whole damn anxiety attack and left this man in the apartment by himself. I don't know. They should have just saved this for next season because I'm just worn out from watching all these people.
Whatever. I'm ready for this shit to be over. This shit's tired to me. What? Are y'all loving it or what? Isn't it so funny how we used to cry about them bumped ends and now here we go again? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just chilling with me, doing something simple. Make sure you guys give me a like and talk to me in the comments about any of these topics. If you guys want to go and be nosy and look at me get married and all that, head on to my vlog channel. And if you want to see me talk about more hot topics and stuff, head on to my podcast channel. I have on my hubby. And I am trying to do another book review very, very soon. But for now, we got to catch up with these pop culture moments, okay? Thank you guys again. Please come back. Bye.